everybody. I'm so happy to be back. It's Lana Realtor Diva.
And Victoria Garay. We are both Illinois licensed realtors with EXIT Strategy Realty in Chicago.
Yes, and guys, I am refreshed and rejuvenated and here with you. We've already had an exciting couple of days since I've been back. I know I look a little dark in this lighting, but don't be mad at me. It's not just because of the lighting, it's because I was in 105 degrees in Mexico like 3 minutes ago. So I am back and ready to sell everything possible. I might sell my cell phone to you guys right now. I can sell right now. Okay. So Victoria, I got off that flight and we've been moving, right?
Yes, every day we've been hosting events, going to events. We've been selling houses in between events. Like it's been a lot.
Yes. So real estate is so wonderful that while I was on the beach, things were still happening. Thank you to Victoria. And we got people under contract. So things are still selling. We've heard interest rates a little higher, but guess what, guys? Inventory is out here. We have a search thing that's a secret that no one else has because we're at Exit. Whoop, whoop, and we have secret properties that you can look for. So we can send you a link and you guys can search on your own or we can set something up. That's cool because you will find hidden properties out there. So that might get you an edge in front of somebody else, right?
Yes. We have always looking for new ways to share properties. Of course, Exit always provides us with wonderful tools. So we are excited to be able to use them and we're seeing that they're really working. It's really helping our clients have an advantage and get access to, like she said, some of those properties that not everyone is looking at. So that's been helpful lately.
Yeah, and guys, we must give a shout out to Don Meadows, who is sponsoring this show today. And he was on with us last week talking about um, veteran benefits, right? And they get extra stuff. And if you missed it, please go on to our YouTube. And I'm saying YouTube right now, and I'm pressing it. I'm not going to get on a soapbox today, but Facebook hates me and is trying to ruin my life, okay? So, guys, I hate them. And so they got me locked up. I'm in a super jail. And so you need to either go to Victoria's page to get that information right now, or you can go to YouTube and get it, watch all of our videos on either one of our pages.
Yes.
So,
yes, I'll be continuing to share until we get Lana's situation together. We know it's going to work out. We're being positive.
But I've never been in jail before, but it's like I'm not even in a box. I'm just out of Facebook and I'm already writing numbers on the wall. Like, I don't know.
Her Instagram is active, so if you are looking for her on social media and want to keep up with her, she's going to use that a little bit more now.
Yes.
She uses it, so we'll still be able to see her and keep up with her. And then we did mention Don. I just want to say we had him focus on the veterans benefits, but he does offer an array of programs for all of your needs. So even if that's not what you're looking for, reach out to him, contact him, and he can discuss what's best for you and what programs he has that will work best for you.
Did you guys just see that it was our anniversary party? We forgot. You guys missed it because I know y'all were not there, okay? And we had great food and fun, and we networked, and we had an event for people out in the south suburbs, which we're usually not out in that area. We also were in Wicker Park, West Town-ish. I don't know what you want to call it. Last night for our anniversary party. So you guys should look for us because it'll probably be next month that we will have some more stuff going on that you can meet and greet with the real estate professionals, right?
Yes. Thank you for everyone who came out to celebrate with us last night. We had a great time. It was a great venue. So thank you again to Julia for just letting us use that space. I don't know. It's like I want to work there. I want to party there. It's just a wonderful, beautiful place to be. So thank you so much.
She invited us there on Wednesday, so that might be my Wednesday office. I'm not sure.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah. And we got leftover wine there, so we probably got a little something for our lunch. So, guys, you want to stay tuned. Do not leave this. I know some of y'all are on here right now, and you're going to click off because you want to go to a meeting, but it's not important. Your meeting is not important because we have a real star coming on, okay? A real star who's been on real TV. And he's had real life problems in the investigating part of I mean, investigating. What am I? See, I'm still a little bit in Mexico. I'm an investor, okay? And you guys always asking questions about investor. We have a real live one here. I'm keeping it a secret who's in the building, but you guys are going to see a promo real soon, okay? His show is going to be on in a little bit. But first, we have to talk about the hot market, okay?
Yes.
Our hot market report. And we are doing it a little different today. So we're just going to talk about the property, and then you guys can get the listing sheet from either one of us if you want the details. And Victoria, we're traveling over to Washington Heights today.
Okay, Washington Heights. Haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, Victoria's not really a South Sider, y'all, so she may or may not know when she was last in Washington Heights.
I do sometimes have to call out of like, what area is this? I'm
Right. But what
because
areas do you know the best? What areas would you say if somebody's looking for that you are specializing in?
so I'm very well versed in the north side of Chicago, particularly northwest side of the city. So if you want to talk to me about the like Humboldt Park and then going northwest of there, Logan Square, all of those areas, that's where I do sell all over city and suburbs, but those are the areas where I was raised and where I grew up. So I just know those streets. I know those neighborhoods well. I can navigate those areas very well. So yes, that's where I'm comfortable, just like the northwest side of the city.
She also didn't mention the hot area that she knows about, and that's Pilsen.
Pilsen, yes.
Yeah,
Pilsen is one of my new fave areas, and I do
yeah.
know a lot about Pilsen. I'm always in Pilsen. So now that the weather's breaking, you'll see me walking around, moving around, and visiting all the little cafes and shops in Pilsen. That's one of my favorite areas. She's right. And that's
And
why I
you'll
think
see
I'm a
me.
South Sider, but people don't respect my South Sideness because they're like, you just came a little south. It's just Pilsen. Calm down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I also she doesn't respect my west side too far west. Like, okay, we're gonna have a debate about this one day. I don't know what time it is on this show, but one day we're gonna have a conversation about what is considered west. And if you're watching right now, just to help me out, I would like to hear what is west to you. Me and Victoria will let y'all know maybe a little in the show. We'll give you all a little maybe before Nick or right after Nick. Right after Nick, we're gonna let you know where our wests are. Okay,
Yes.
my west versus her west.
I'm going to
Just
post
now,
a
but
poll
I
on my
want to
page.
know. Huh?
I'm going to post a poll on my page. I want people to vote.
Oh, we're gonna have a debate. Yes, and I want you guys, these people watching, the two of you right now, I want you to get on here and tell us, and get your friends on and tell us where is west to you. Okay, that's our question. Now we're gonna get to this property, you all, in West. Oh, sorry, Washington Heights. I'm stuck on the west. Washington Heights. It's like very unbelievable. I think there's a shock factor to this if you are at all familiar with Washington Heights. Um, it is a four-bedroom, but it has one in the basement, I believe. So that is like making it um, five total bedrooms.
Yeah, 5 bedrooms.
Then we have four bathrooms. Now, three of them are full baths, and one is a half bath. You need a lot of children or family members or events or something to be able to fill up all of this house. And it doesn't have a garage. So that's the only factor that I think might be missing from such a big house. But maybe there's a space that we could build the garage. But it does have a lot of gutted, it's been gutted. Everything's been replaced. You got up to date plumbing, 200 amp electrical. Why is that important? Because all your kids are living on 900 devices and nobody talks to each other. So y'all have to have like good amp.
And if you're working from home and things like that, you want to make sure that you can sustain all of those devices that you need, that your family needs, that the kids need, like you're saying.
That's a really good point. So the water tank is the high efficiency because now that y'all are having school at home, you're working at home, you're just home so much more, probably more use of plumbing. So that is high efficiency. They have brand new washer and dryer in there. You're getting the high efficiency furnace. Um, it has quartz countertops, which we went from like granite being a thing to now quartz. I have granite. I still like it, but quartz is a thing.
It's a thing.
It is a thing. And the powder room, I believe, is on the upstairs, but we'll have to check that out if anybody wants to come see it. But the main level has the master suite. So what's the benefit of that is if you are old and you stay in this house forever, you don't have to walk upstairs. That's a plus.
That's a good way to think about that. Yeah.
So, and you know what? This is a big house because anything over 2,000 square foot to me, over 1,800 really is a big house. And they are having, I starting with Cape Town into Oak Park. Oh, somebody came in on our West Side conversation.
We're starting. See, okay, and
Okay.
I am agreeing with this person.
Okay.
So, okay.
That's for sure West Side. So we both agree there. We both agree there. Now we're going to tell you where I think it changes. Me. Okay, but next, but that is good, guys. That's good. Okay, so 2,900 square foot. That's a big house.
Yes, that is huge. So much space.
I really think I said 2,000, but I really think like 16 to 1,800 we think is good, and then we get weird after it gets weird after 1,800. That's like house in the city. So
I was gonna say, yeah, we're thinking about the city, right? So it's depending on when we're showing houses, depending on what's spacious, will change drastically in a matter of miles, depending on where we're showing at the time. So if we're in the city, our idea of huge and spacious is different if we're going out to the burbs.
yeah, and you have a client that we saw last night at our party, and they are ready for a yard, right? You got them a house, everything they wanted in the house, and now they want yard space.
Yes, yes.
So things change. So with this one, you might not necessarily have the covered garage for the snow that we just had right now, but you probably have a lot of yard. So these are things we have to see. Like, do you want to take some of that yard away and put the garage, or do you want ample space and just park on the street?
Yes, I know we want it all, but sometimes we have to kind of figure out what's realistic. What do you have to have? And then what would you just love to have, like to have? So that's why we have you make those lists and get your mind together about like, what am I willing to compromise on?
Right.
If needed. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to, but just in case.
Yeah. So how do you guys get all of the details? Because we just gave you some. You just contact us. Just contact us. You see our phone numbers right here. Just contact us, and we will send you the listing sheet. Okay? So we're going to move right on to excitement because I know everybody's dying to know who our special guest is today. And boy, do I think he's special. Okay? So he is more enjoyment and more special than us and more entertaining because he's does this for a living. We're only one year in, okay? So our TV time is a little less than his. So we are going to tell you we have Nick Libert from EXIT, and he is our fearless owner. I like to call him the proprietor.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey.
Fighters here. Don't scare people away.
Yes. So we are so excited. Last night we spent time with you. We had a good time. Everybody came out for the anniversary party. So we want to welcome you here.
Thank you.
Victoria and I went into the vault and found that you were on a show. I don't know what year. What year was this from the D?
I know what show it is. I mean, I've been on a few back in the day that were positive shows, and then there was a show that was more real. And the real one, I got messy. We got real transparent with what was going on, and it was filmed in 2018. Okay. And then a little bit of catch up in 2019. It did not air till 2020 because I remember I had a party all planned for it. It was actually 2 years ago this coming week because it was right around St. Patrick's Day. It was March 11th or 12th. It was the day after they shut the city down. So the venue we're having our monthly consumer event at this month, George Street Pub, that was the venue that I was supposed to have my event at. Instead, I had one of my best friends, Kieran, came over and watched it with me at my house alone because no one knew who was going to get sick and what was going on. So yeah, it was, but it was filmed in 2018 based on mistakes I'd made in 2016 and 2017 into 2018 and finally aired in 2020.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see a little promo that we
A
found.
broker with impeccable taste.
I love this. This is great. Like the way it all casts in.
But with no clue how to manage a flip.
Right now, you're like every neighbor's nightmare. You're that guy.
He's been leaning on all the wrong people.
I now have a rehab consultant working.
A what?
A rehab consultant.
Did you walk by the pile of garbage in the backyard?
Not my problem. I don't give a right?
And not showing up for his own investment.
Wait, Nick hasn't been there? Where are you missing in action?
So, no, not at all.
You obviously wouldn't bullshit me, right?
But if I can teach him how to get more involved,
You're obviously not afraid of hard work.
No.
we might just turn this train wreck around.
How you doing?
Oh, wow. This is amazing.
He may have been born in Ireland, but Sean Conlon was made.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that
Also, a couple pounds ago. So that was
we did notice that.
Partner ago. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we really want to showcase that someone who is well versed in real estate, who's been, selling real estate for years, can also have challenges. We don't want to scare anyone away from investing, but we want to like for you to come and speak about is, something a little different than what you were doing in real estate, and you came across some challenges and had to overcome that. So can you just speak on that experience?
Absolutely. So I've been
We just had a comment that said that was very raw. So
very rough. That was rough. So it's painful to see it again, but it's honestly a part of what I now can bring to the client and to the agents at our office and to our investors club was I've been doing this for 23 years. I got into real estate, got my license to buy property for myself. I never thought I'd be, at the consumer, the retail level and love it so much that I ended up, just this is what I've done ever since. And I've loved it. I've made some good investments in real estate, buy and hold. I've done a couple flips that worked out well. And then things went so far left. I mean, you had to strap me in my chair to keep me upright. It was bad. And it was all my own fault, although there were some really dirty players in there too. The one that was the worst was my partner in the flips was somebody that's just stealing money. But if they're stealing money, it was because I was not present and I'd also gone in too far. So what I did was I did a flip that went well. I did a second one that went well. And then I got hungry, greedy. I don't know what you call it. Maybe a combination of both. So I bought three at once because, that's just what you do, right?
because you're so good.
Yeah, because I'm so great. Well, guess what? I wasn't that great. And my money was not that great either because I had enough money to keep that going and try to fix them for like 6 months, not 2 years. And so, I mean, things went out the window. And the saddest part was it, started to pull me away from my brokerage, which is, that's what I'm good at, is being a real estate broker and kind of an investor on the side when I can, but that is not going to ever be my full-time gig. And it taught me a lot about other people, about myself, about time management, about money management, things that my mom and grandpa told me 20, 30 years ago that I didn't listen to all came back true. It was like all the skeletons were coming out. The bone collector was there because it was bad. And, I had a lot to learn. And Sean Conlon was an amazing mentor. He got me set up with a refi on a property. I sold another one at a loss. I had to write a check for, I think it was $41,000 at the closing table. That is, I'm doing well. I'm not doing that well. That one really, I sit there going, well, there goes my savings account. Everything I've worked for 10, 12 years in the business at that time. And so it was a life-changing experience. I don't think I'd take it back. Maybe. But I learned so much that now when I have an investor that I see potentially like biting off more than they can chew, I can relate directly to that and say, hey, I know what you're seeing. You're seeing opportunity. This feels good. This feels like a win. It's almost like gambling, like, oh, wow, I'm going to get something. And certain personality types like myself, I felt I wasn't even doing the numbers by the end. I don't think. I think it was more the like raw. I'm getting a deal. I'm getting the product was beautiful. The saddest thing about my flip business was that the product was great. And, I'd come up with some ideas and then some tweaks to it. Sean actually had some even more of them. It was a product that everybody loved because you got a bungalow, but with new construction feel on the second floor because everybody else is trying to like make the attic and the eaves work. And I just blew the top off and did a full second story. And because bungalows are so fascinating and they're such sturdy structures and they're all around Chicago. And so that was one thing is I got greedy. I got my eyes were too big. I would say it wasn't even greed. It was like I wanted to do too much at once. And in the meantime, what's always made me money and I'm good at is my primary job, real estate, selling real estate and coaching, you ladies and the rest of our 200 plus, 300 now agents, 200 at the time, agents. And it was just a lot. But at the same time, my clients now, I can coach them out of some situations. I'm like, and hey guys, don't do this. And they're like, but Nick, it's a sale. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? When you go bankrupt, there'll be no more sales for me and no more life for you. I was not the only person defrauded by this man that was doing this. There was an investors group that we were all equal partners with him. Well, he was doing 20 of these projects at once. And there were some addiction issues for him. And, I felt for him. I actually gave him a second chance. And he realized that he was going to be on TV, which we just said to him, we're like, hey, we're going to be on a show because this is such a mess. And a lot of people told me not to do it. Oh, it's going to look bad for your brand. And, that's going to tell people you don't know what you're doing. And I'm like, hey, no, I did it right. I did it. I've proven myself. And then I got in over my head. And I'd rather have it be here and learn from Sean, who's not offering this off camera, by the way, at the time. He wanted the opportunity to show me on camera because I needed to get, slapped back into reality a little bit. I mean, I think I got too big for my britches, as my mom would like to say.
Yeah, I noticed.
Sorry,
you
listen now.
No, I'm just saying I noticed that was one of the big things that stuck out where he wasn't only blaming you. It was like you're also blaming like you had a team that was jacked up. Like
Yep.
the man was basically like, I don't care, he has a whole pile of crap there. Like, it's not my problem. But a good team would say, like, hey, Nick, I suggest that you do this, or let's do this because you didn't think that we need to move this pile or whatever the thing was. But he was emphasizing that the team matters is what I was getting from that.
Exactly. And the other thing was that, I have a rule now. If I'm going to do something like that, if I'm going to do a flip again, because I've got some buy and holds. We were just at the scavenger sale as representing the office for the investors clubs. We got some cool stuff going on. But if I'm going to do another flip, it's going to be one at a time. I'm going to visit it once a week. I watched my friend Noah do a beautiful flip on a Gold Coast investment property. He was at that thing almost every day. He talked to his contractor every day. It's the same contractor now that I use. And it was, we still had stuff that needed to be fixed and changed. That's just life. Nobody pops out and does a perfect job on stuff. You gotta watch where your money's going. And it was a big lesson to me that, as much as sometimes people seem nice, seem good, talk a good game, you got to stay on top of it because it's not even that they're bad people. Sometimes this situation, yeah, they were bad, but sometimes it's just that, your expectations change. A situation comes up. You can't be, oh, there's easy money in real estate. There is no easy money in real estate. There's easy money in real estate that will come crashing down on you, and you're probably doing it wrong in the first place.
Yeah, I really appreciate just your transparency with everything you do in real estate, everything you do in business. That was one of the final things for me to like, okay, I want to be part of this brokerage, was because of the raw conversation that you had. Like, this isn't going to be easy. This is hard work. This is what's going to happen. This is what may happen. These are some things to expect. So just that you let us know what's going on, let us know, mistakes you've made, things you would have done differently or things you plan to do differently. I think that's part of your brand. That's part of who you are. When you coach us, when you do your flips, everything, you just express so much. And I think that's important for all of us, whether you're very new, whether you're seasoned in real estate, if you're an agent. It just helps build that trust and be like, okay, this is a real person who's going to give me the real information,
right,
as much as they have. And if they don't have it, they're going to tell me they don't have it.
And try to find it for and with you so we can turn around and share it to somebody else. Victoria, you're kind of living proof of our model. Lana and you were already friends outside real estate. She brought you on board. She's shown you what she knows as a top producer, which, by the way, Lana, I whispered that in your ear last night, probably too much red wine. But all the cappers in our office are going, their splits are going up for next year after they cap, because we want to reward and keep a mastermind. Because if you don't have a mastermind around you, no matter what business you're in, where are you going? Where you're going, you're flatlining. And I learned that when I left a big box brand where I was getting too much money taken out of my pocket. But then I turned around and I was on my own. Yeah, I'm keeping all of it. I'm keeping 100%. Well, 100% of nothing is nothing. So I flatlined in my business. I'm like, I got to be around some other top producers. And we had to build that at Exit, and it's taken time. But now I turn around, I'm like 21 people last year hit 100,000. Every year for the past 4 years, we've had new agents hit 100,000 GCI their first year, which, never happened for a while in anywhere in the business. I'm like, that is a mastermind that we've collected. And what you ladies do with this broadcast, this is what all agents should be doing, is education. Not every topic's going to be everybody's cup of tea, every week.
Hey!
But
sometimes they spill out and dump it, huh? No, just
we want to keep that idea of value to the consumer is first and foremost, which is why our office has never and will never charge the consumer a dime beyond whatever the commission is, because that business, all these admin fees to the consumer, that is a scam, baby. That is IDFPR makes us keep that paperwork. So why do you need, if you can't run a business where you can't charge, I'm sipping my tea too. But if you can't run a business where you charge the consumer on top of what they're already doing, look at the closing statements the next time you have a closing. And there's a lot of companies, large and sadly now small, that are charging an additional fee. And when you're a first-time buyer, I mean, I've got a first-time buyer right now. He's on the doctor loan program. I'm so excited about it for him. But they're all in so much debt from their schools, and these are people that are going to be helping us out in the communities. You got teachers, firefighters. You're telling me that you're going to charge them $495 for the pleasure of holding the paperwork that the brokerage is legally already made to do? That's a joke. So that's the kind of stuff that we don't do. I tell our agents and our consumers, we will not nickel and dime you, so don't nickel and dime us either.
Right.
That is right back. It's got to be a win-win. All of this has got to be a win-win. And the first time somebody shows you that they're not in it for everybody to win, you got to run. And because I wasn't present and paying attention to my investment in those flips, that man took me for all my money and ran. And I knew the minute that I saw that there was not a win for me, that this guy was not good to be in business with. But it was way too late because I didn't have my eyes on the ball.
Right. Well, thank you so much. We know, because I saw your calendar last night at the event, that you are very busy today. So the fact that you took your time with us is so cool. We appreciate it. Guys, we have consumer stuff that happens in our office Nick, remind me.
Every month.
Is it the same?
Oh, no. Okay. Do you need help?
Yeah, I need help. Don't have my calendar in front of me. I'm on TV.
So it is every month we do at the end of the month, and Lana and Victoria know this because they're great at inviting people. We do a consumer event in one of 4 focus areas: health and wellness, personal finance, charity, community, or of course, real estate. This month, we're going right back into real estate, and we are doing at the end of the month on, I have to cheat too. Hold on. Tuesday, the 29th. Tuesday the 29th, it's from 6 to 9 p.m. at George Street Pub.
We can come in person. Great.
Yes, it's beautiful. George Street Pub. We're going to do a seminar on vacation and second homes, because a lot of people are looking at that stock market and going, I'm nervous. Maybe I'm going to pull some money out. Maybe it's time. There's 10% down vacation homes, Airbnb and short-term rental investment properties. That's another way to go. So we've got a whole group of panelists, so to speak, that are going to be there. Come and network, have some libations with Libert and with Lana and with Victoria and all the rest of the group. And at 7 p.m. Central, we'll start the actual presentation. And if you miss it, we will be recording it like we do everything at Exit Strategy. It will be really good for consumers. And if you're a realtor friend from another company, you can pop on in or catch the recording later too. We love to share. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be on with you too, because you ladies, again, are, I think, leading the charge in terms of education and outreach. And the time it takes, I know from experience of doing them with help, the time it takes to do a consumer event or a happy hour or, anything like this is a lot. And it takes actually time sometimes out of your personal life and your real estate business to do it. But in the end of the day, this is a differential that makes you ahead of the pack. So I appreciate you both doing it and all you do for EXIT.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate you. And we will let you get on the road because we both have showings, I know, in like 5 minutes. So
All three of us, I gotta go. I'm in the field with y'all. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
So, guys, we really went wrong a little today just because Nick is so awesome and we don't always get him. We had him here in the flesh, which is great. He does come out to these events and he's very present. He was there last night, several hours, and he will be at that next event so we can get the information to you. We have to say goodbye. We're going to skip T today, but very quick, this will be T. West Side is anything past the Dan Ryan, okay? That's it. That's all. That's all I got to
Wait. Victoria, where is everyone going? Is everyone leaving?
Yes, Lana. The show's over.
But wait, I have more to say. Is my mic still on? Can they hear me? What if they have more questions?
Well, they can always contact us.
How? How will they reach us after this show?
If you have any questions, our contact information is on the screen. Otherwise, we'll see you again in a couple weeks.